I'm refreshing the YouTube. Okay, there we go. Wow, you have like my little avatar all the way by itself.
Well, that's because the others are also supposed to be showing up, but you know.
That's because
They're not
Aaron's
here.
in front of users.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
my bad.
Yeah.
You
No,
silly
I
goose.
have a solution for this. And
You're telling me you didn't clickbait that B4U/Team Rival is here? Zeus.
I did this so last
Right.
minute. I did this so I didn't have the time to have a proper thumbnail made.
Not even in the
Since when
title.
are we doing
Zeus?
this so
You
early?
should probably retitle it.
Pearl,
Yeah.
it's been this
Also-
early for
also
2
hi,
weeks
guys.
now.
No, it hasn't.
Yes, it has.
It literally has, Pearl.
Okay, well, I've been at work, so I
I've been
didn't
at
notice.
Oh,
Thank you.
yeah.
Okay, buddy. I'm just used to it being so late.
You've been what?
I've been used to it being like at 10 p.m., 11.
Oh,
So.
yeah. Well, that's changed. Hello, chat.
So what do we think about this week's maintenance?
Something happened this maintenance? What?
Right?
No, nothing happened this maintenance
was-
except that new prospector skin.
Then I don't care about
Yeah,
it.
our lady will be released into rank also.
No, she's being released to
she's
the
in the
public.
public,
Not
yeah.
she's being released in the ring next week.
Oh, yeah. That is true. Yeah, that is true. That is true. I forgot we wait another week.
Cool.
I think we need to skip maintenance so we can get the Blood Queen skin.
Right.
Yeah, it does look pretty nice, I guess. Today's a hotfix or what?
I believe so.
Hotfix.
Really? I thought it would be.
No, it's hotfix.
I thought it would be not hotfix,
That's
but
outstanding.
I just said it was hotfix.
yeah, but I'm saying that I didn't think it would be.
But they're not adding anything.
Right.
I never understood why they don't let us rank during hotfix. Not that I'd be ranking anyways. I prefer to spectate the pros.
Oh,
Tiny Zeus should be illegal and thrown in jail. What?
Yeah, they always just start saying some random shit. How are we, chat, on this Wednesday evening?
Sleep deprived.
Oh, I know you are.
I literally stayed up until 7 a.m.
Alright, we're gonna give it about another 2 minutes before, we'll get settled in and start with everything.
Rise for the overthrowing of Zeus IDD. Who would overthrow him? I'm trying to think.
How in the hell would that even...
It's like when what's his face? The lion from Madagascar, he went back to his pack and he had to fight to be the leader again or something. That's what it reminds me of.
What?
I guess You know,
That's not what happened.
it's not. That's what I remember.
No,
Sage.
that's not what Alex the Lion did. He's a dancer.
See?
He's
No,
a performer.
No, he went back to his thing. This was in movie 2 or 3.
Madagascar
was-
2 Escape to Africa, where they share the 2 on the graphic design logo.
We
I
were really...
think so. I'm not sure. I haven't seen the movies in years, okay? I can tell you Shrek lore. I can't tell you Madagascar lore.
So why mention Madagascar if you can't
Because
tell...
that's what it made me think about. I swear. Yes, exactly. Someone in the comments said, didn't he have to fight for the King Rex? Yes, he did. I'm telling y'all right now. Like that other lion, he kind of looked like Scar from the Lion King.
This has truly been the introduction to a podcast of all time.
I'm just trying to keep it entertaining. So you want to
entertained by talking about the lion, whatever you said, Madagascar lore.
I got you. Don't worry. All right. Well, it's been 2 minutes now.
Yes, it has. So, we'll have more people join in later. But, yeah. Well, everyone, this is a GSL Team Podcast number 14. We went a little bit off script for about the last 2-3 weeks, so apologies on that. But we're back to our regularly scheduled Wednesday podcast of talking about all things IDV. So, I think I want to say just to break the ice, let's welcome our guests. We have a lot. We have Zeez, a friend of mine. So welcome Zeez, welcome Aaron, and then 2 other guests who sadly I don't have a little icon for them. I'll try to make something up as I go. But Sprinter and Schmitty as well, all from Team Rival. So please give them a warm welcome over for the podcast. And if you guys want to start introducing yourselves in order of how I went through, so Zeez, then Aaron, then Schmitty, then Sprinter, whatever, you guys can do that as well.
Oh, well, I think your channel is already pretty familiar with me. But if you don't know me, I'm Zeez, and I make Identity 5 content. That's about all.
I've also been on this podcast before. I'll repeat myself. I am before your Aaron, or should I say Rival Aaron, the coach of Team Rival.
Hi, I'm Schmitty, captain of Team Rival and Survivor Kiter Main.
Hello, it's the first time that I'm on a GSL podcast. I am the main hunter for Rival, also known as B4U.
Well then, now that we got introductions out the way, I guess one of the main things now to break the ice, Zeez, we know you made you finally dropped the project, Zeez. You finally finished it, uploaded the video essay on Team Rival /B4U. So I guess a question to the Rivals members and then to you. How are we feeling about that? Such a huge project finally out the way. Is there anything maybe we wish we could have added to it? I don't know, just to get the ball rolling and we see how we go from there.
To be honest, it was a very long interview, and I watched most of it, and I think you guys covered pretty much everything. I truly think it's amazing that Zeez was able to make such a project along with Aaron and Schmitty, and I think Zeus, you were part of it. You helped out. To be honest, I'm not sure, but
yeah,
you guys covered from when we started to every single Koa from Koa 2, and I wasn't even, but yeah, I think you guys covered a lot of things well. There's a lot to go in detail. And Zeez, I discovered you recently, and you're pretty big. You're pretty big, so that's gonna get far. That's gonna get a lot of views, I'd say.
Oh, yeah. Well, nice to actually talk with you as well. Nice to meet you. I think that's. Yeah. I remember I was watching a lot of your streams recently, and I was just like, "Dang, Sprinter, you are really good at this game." I've learned so much from watching your streams. I swear, you make every second count. It's crazy. Yeah, I'm glad everybody so far has been enjoying it.
He kind of gives everyone a beat in their rank, huh? JSL.
All right. Listen, he wasn't prepared for the flywheel only weeping clown and the tied Windows mind's eye.
To be fair,
Wow,
you
I
guys
really
suffer.
Get out of
What
here,
the-
bro.
I really was not ready.
He wasn't ready.
Y'all can bring that in rank, but not in my rank matches. That's all I
Right.
got.
Don't make me whip on my
Sage,
tied
I
Windows
wouldn't
mind's
be
eye,
speaking.
Sage.
I wouldn't be speaking
Shut
either.
the hell
'cause
up.
One of the
Hey.
people I rank with throws on purpose. So
Mm-hmm. But I guess now a question for the chat. If you have watched the video essay, how did you guys feel about the video essay? Again, I personally, I was happy that I got to be a part of such a huge project. So I was like, shit, it finally came out after Zeez, we recorded that back in May, no?
Yeah, it was. I
Yes.
think it's a month and a day now.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was the 18th of last month. I could be
Ye-
wrong.
It was
Uh,
whole month
And
ago.
I wanted to get it out like 2 weeks ago. However, move
I
and
was saying,
whatnot,
not-
daily
yeah.
videos makes things kind of tricky.
No, I feel that.
I legit don't understand how you still make the time to work on that while still uploading twice or like once daily. That's like unbelievable.
he's Superman.
Yeah, Zeez really is Beast Superman. And the
I know,
quality.
right? Like, do you have like 4 hands or something?
Has the 4 hands, 4 arms.
I wouldn't say that. I would just say insomnia and 4 years plus of editing experience.
Along with maybe having a clone of himself.
The insomnia is so
We don't
real.
talk about that.
One thing I do want to bring up: Opera Singer's getting nerfed again.
Yeah, how do we feel about that announcement and what do we think they might
First
do?
of all, what are they going to nerf?
Yeah, what are they gonna nerf?
They're gonna nerf Opera and Ivy come end of season, and they're going to be buffing Hellember as well.
Bruh. That was the most that was the hunter I last expected to get a buff.
No, quite literally.
Do you know the nerfs and buffs yet, or?
No,
they
that's why I'm...
they haven't come out. And by the way, guys, if you have any questions for any 4 of them, you guys can always ask, of course.
Hellember new medicine? Absolutely not. Absolutely
No.
not. No, I get the same 3 Hellember mains in my rank matches all the time. They don't deserve it. They don't deserve it.
Hellember buff would go crazy though. I don't know.
What are they even gonna buff about him?
Give him a chase. Give him a chase capability in the early game.
They're gonna give him a 3rd puppet.
No. Oh my god. I hate breaking those things.
We actually got
I
a
know.
first question for the hunters. Two bros asked for the hunters in the podcast. How do you guys prevent burnout? I'm continuously getting to Manticore, and I know I have the skills to reach peak tier, but man, ...
A lot of it has to do with, like, I feel like just like sometimes like viewing rank as a chore or trying to push yourself through the entire session can probably cause a lot of burnout. For me, I have an easier time like wanting to hunt and get to Hydra when I don't rank the full session, because it's like, oh, I've just won a few matches. That's
Same.
good for me. Like, I'm happy. I'm just gonna wait till next session to do more, because if I just do the whole session, then I'm just gonna be burnt out and I'm gonna start slowly losing my desire to hunt because it just gets stressful.
Yeah, I do the same thing. I play it safe and only like play an hour if I feel like I'm gonna get burnt out.
That's good.
What about you, Spencer?
Any tips for you, Sprincy?
Oh, about burnouts.
That got his
Did you
attention.
get burned out of killing 4 survivors every game?
I mean, you won't experience as much burnout if you have goals and you know what you're striving for. But let's just say I didn't say that. Even I get burnt out. Like if I don't control my game time, my playtime watching other people play, from China and Japan and stuff. If I don't control any of that, it's definitely it's gonna be draining. It's gonna be draining for you. So, I've committed to playing that much or watching, committing to rival. I don't. But other than that, rank, you really just need to master your character, know what to learn with your character, or just game sense in general. It takes a lot of reps, whatever you're doing. But if the goal is to get better, you need to create other goals on how to achieve that. Takes a lot.
What Spencer is saying is, rather than set the goal that you need to just be better at Hunter, you can be specific with what you want and be like, okay, so if I want to get better, I need to do this better, or maybe I need to be aware better, or maybe I need to camp better, and those are individual goals that you actually know how to try and work on in the game, rather than just, I just need to play better. So that helps when you are setting those goals for yourself, just like Spencer said.
I have a question about specifically, I guess, Sprinter or Schmitty.
I think it also depends on hunters.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Anyways, that was weird. I don't know what just happened. I don't even know what just happened.
I guess she means probably like specific hunters, such as like the playstyle and the way like they're used. But anyway, what were you saying, Malcolm?
Yeah. Basically, I had a question for like either Sprinter or Schmitty, depending on whether or not you want to answer. For a team like yours that's been going overseas, like I guess repeatedly, like NA has typically followed a pattern of when you're of being like behind CN. How do you, as being like one of the best hunters for NA, if not the best hunter, like how do you try to stay ahead of the curve that you are creating yourself? And like how would you like try to find information on what they're doing and how you're keeping
up? Being overseas teaches you a lot. You can, or in my case, I do a lot better NA than in Koa. Koa is just a different beast, but as per se, I tied a lot during Koa. Obviously, I want to strive for more. So, what's it called? Seeing that against pro players, people that play every day for hours, and watching other hunters play like DX, and yeah, I'll just say DX. People compare me to DX.
Spencer, I was gonna ask you a quick question on the same tangent. Like, what is your like true motivation? Like, who do you look up to outside the server?
Outside the server,
like what hunter?
I just gotta say DX. I'll just say DX. Last Koa, he was pretty dominant in a survivor mode, so he's really someone to learn. And I think right now he's pretty well. He's performing very well in IVL. So, my motivation in general is it's really how far we've gotten, and the opportunities that have arisen for us to keep going and keep playing this game. It's really a commitment. But with being overseas, going back to Malcolm's question, right? It teaches you a lot, like specifically like, oh, was your rotation bad, or was your hunter choice bad, game sense wise. You will learn that most from pro players. They will exploit you the most out of any other region, not Southeast Asia, Japan, not any other region like China and Japan. They are the best. So it teaches you so much, and I have a coach like Aaron to let me know and force me to be better.
I see.
All right. Well, thank you for answering my question. I don't know if I guess my question was kind of two-parted. I don't know if Schmitty wanted to comment on his POV of like trying to have his as being the captain before you, or sorry, rivals. I don't know if you had questions on how your standards, like how you try to keep up with the sort of like
Yeah.
pace you're setting. It's okay if you don't want to. I'm just curious.
I mean, no. So as the survivor side of things, I have to. I mean, Zeus knows as well as I do. IGL in-game leading in a game is very hard, especially when you have to keep adapting. And NAEU is a very copycat server. We'll do whatever Japan and China are doing. So in order to stay ahead of that, Aaron's always innovating. Our survivors are always trying to come up with new ideas. Like one of the spawns on Arms Factory, the rocket spawn, we were doing that far before anyone else started doing that in tournaments, and we found success with that. That was us innovating, and we did that in a tournament, and it worked. I also have contact with a bunch of Japanese teams, so I talk meta with them. They try to predict the meta. We try to piggyback forth all the different things, because Southeast Asia is also a copycat server. So it's like all the servers other than Japan and China are looking at Japan and China. So the way we get ahead of it is just trying the new things. Nothing's a bad idea. We try everything. And also talking to other teams into the Japan region to help us out.
Nice.
Well, I appreciate you for answering. Thank you. Hopefully that helps people in the chat also know like how to get ahead and that sort of thing.
Question actually here for Aaron from Koga asking, what does ban pick entail exactly? Do you have a set list of the bans your opponent prefers to use, and from that you deduce what hunter is gonna play, or is it more of an experience thing?
Ooh, that's a good question. Ban pick is everything before the game actually starts. It's the map picking, the map banning, the spawns kind of as well, the characters you pick, and the bans you do. Usually you just want a map that helps you and hinders your opponent. And obviously, when we're talking helps you and hinders them, we're talking like from point of hunters. And then, when you are set up on a map that you want, that's when you have to pick, that's usually how it goes. You pick the map, or advantage, and then you pick the survivors that your team can play really well, that can, in a sort of way, counter the best hunter and then play good against anything else. So you want good characters, you don't want to go Mind's Eye, but you also don't necessarily need the team of full kiters, or maybe you don't need to protect the best two characters in the first two all the time. So at least for us, we try to have a comprehensive strategy, as in like we know what this person's hunters are, we know what their map are, even if we don't necessarily collect all those informations, we have a general idea, general gist by watching them, by learning them, by stalking them, quote unquote. So we'll try to put ourselves in the advantage, and then pick characters that favor us, no matter what they are going, based on the history that they are going. And that's usually what we try to achieve with drafts. At least that's the main goal. It doesn't always succeed. They can always play a hunter you didn't prepare for. They can always ban the map that you wanted to play, etc., etc. But that's usually what it entails. Like from beginning to the end, it's everything the coach can do to help his team win before the game starts.
Wow. Hopefully that answers your question, Koga. Another question thrown at all the hunters.
Zeus. Actually, can I interject real quick?
Yeah, go for it.
There was one question that was actually pretty common on the interview, and that was basically directed at Team Rival. Yeah. How does practice look before and after getting sponsored? And like how is the scheduling going for that? Basically, a lot of people are curious about, since you're now technically a pro team, how different does like practice look and whatnot?
I'll let you answer that one, Schmitty.
I mean, nothing really changed in terms of practice schedule, we practice a lot, more so than I would say any NAU team that would play. Like I think we practice 3 times, 4 times more than everyone else in the NAU server, due to in real life obligations, i.e., school, work, all that. But now that we're sponsored, we feel more motivated. We feel more entitled. We feel like, okay, now we have something to prove. Like we actually have someone supporting us now. So with that extra motivation, now we're studying more. Everyone's watching every single IVL match. Everyone's watching every single IJL match. We're writing notes down. But the true difference will probably come Koa season. When Koa season starts, we have no life, even with school and work. I mean, it's just schoolwork and IDV. So I'll truly see the difference when Koa season comes.
That's the life, school and IDV.
Wow.
I guess
Living the dream.
no, for real.
It's literally for some of us, it's school, food, IDV, sleep, or work, IDV, sleep.
Does it
literally
ever?
the loop.
That's crazy.
Does like during Koa season, do y'all ever start dreaming about like being in practice? Because I just know sometimes like I start dreaming about my
Every
rank
day.
point,
I think
and I wake
every
up so
day.
anxious, and I'm like, oh my god.
Is that even a question? Like really?
Dream about playing DX every night before Koa.
Wait, what survivor do you dream about using?
I played DX as Geisha as Seer in one of my dreams, and I got work.
Even in the dream, no.
Yeah.
I
Hey
mean,
guys, we're forgetting one thing: the gym. We always gotta hit that pump. We always gotta make sure we're lifting.
Zeus, be quiet.
All right.
I'm not hitting the gym. I gotta
How do you
don't even
not
work
talk
out.
the
What?
entire time and you just unmute to tell me that? Like,
Because, bro, ain't nobody trying to go to the gym.
That's what
Okay.
I'm saying. Like if I can get a 6-pack without going to the gym, I think I'm okay.
I mean, Zeus is right. You gotta take care of your health before Koa season starts, because when Koa season starts, you're gonna lose that health. So
exactly. It's
Eugene
equivalent
said,
exchange.
"Okay,
Yeah.
Johnny Bravo."
Right. Anyways,
Johnny. Oh my gosh.
you quiet, Eugene.
I don't know why he keeps saying that. He does not even look like Johnny
no.
Bravo.
Zeus kind of reminds me of Johnny Bravo. Just like
How?
you should be him for Halloween this year.
All right, we're getting off topic.
He does not look anything
Anyways,
like him.
For a little segue into, because I know you mentioned you guys team rival watch all IJL, all IVL. Two bros asked opinions on the sudden use of prisoner in IVL, because I know when I've been watching and I see prisoners getting locked in round 1, I'm like, you know.
Oh, I actually had somebody give me a little bit of information on that. I think that was just a specific person. That player specifically is a top prisoner. I think was that was CN, correct?
Yeah, an IVL during week 2.
Yeah, I think it was specifically just because that was an S badge prisoner from CN, and they like to do experiments with different play styles and such.
I mean, prisoner in Koa.
That was GR, right? I'm pretty sure that was GR.
yes, that was GR.
Well,
I
that
mean-
checks.
To be fair, right now, there are like 4 teams in the world that are playing well, survivor wise.
Like really
That would be
well.
what? That'd be RC, that'd be MRC, that'd be TE, on and off, and that would be GR, and then here and there Wolves. Everyone else is just getting bodied. So I guess people are trying to experiment things, especially on like the likes of Moonlit, the likes of bigger maps. Prisoner can help with that. But yeah, I agree with it. No, I don't think that'll last. But yeah, I think survivor teams, especially from what I've heard, they're just throwing paint at the wall and seeing what works, literally. Because every survivor team's getting destroyed right now, aside from the big dogs. So.
Oh,
The
you
big
said
dog.
literally that means because they've been playing Painter. I see. Throwing paint at the
Exactly, you
wall
get
because they're
me.
playing Painter.
Yes, you get me. Yes.
Painter,
Was that supposed to be a pun?
Yes.
Oh my god. Okay, well.
Even I was able to tell that was a pun, Pearl.
I
Okay,
think so.
well.
You two are fighting for you two are both fighting for 3rd place right now.
In what?
Trying to get a reference. Regardless, A question that I actually thought was interesting earlier. It was a meta-related question, pretty much asking, here it is. Do you guys play the characters you actually enjoy playing, or do you just play them for the meta? If you do only play them for the meta, if so, then which characters would you actually use if meta didn't exist?
I have a lot to say on this. I love using characters for my own enjoyment, and I also love using characters for the meta of it, because playing into the meta is very fun, especially when you're in competitive, but also being able to master a character. Like for me personally, I've been playing BQ for years. Like I know her, like her tricks and everything like the back of my hand. Like she's my specialist hunter, but like having a specialist hunter that's not in terms meta can also be really fun too, because especially in tournaments, it can be a surprise pick. Like, you know, teams may try to counter comp it, but specialists. So like, it just makes things a lot more fun rather than just always going with the meta. So I like going in between the two.
Yeah, I have an input too. I was gonna say like, I used to play Sculptor a lot, and I was S with her, but she's like so weak in this meta, to the point I only play her with certain team comps because she like I get body when I use her. So it's like it's not even fun anymore. Using my favorite characters. I can still use Bonbon sometimes, but like even then, it's really hard.
Any thoughts from our guest here?
I mean, it's one of those things where it's like I play it so much that I have to enjoy it. So like, I'm playing Acrobat Patient every single day, 2 hours, 4 hours a day. I mean, I got to enjoy it. But for example, Leg with Composer, that's not very a meta pick, and we won him because Leg enjoyed him. We were confident, and he got work to Pipe. So it's one of those things where it's like, yes, we play survivors that we don't want to play, especially Leg and Paul. And if we could play survivors that would work, I would be playing Sierra every round. Leg would be playing Composer Mechanic. Paul would be playing Perfumer every round. So yeah, we do play survivors that we don't enjoy and wish we could play some survivors.
What about you, Spencer?
I'm trying to see his forward. I'm not gonna lie to you. But continue. Spencer's forward is kind of cracked. What were we gonna say?
To forward. I mean, in general, I guess for us, it's mostly a duty, and that's the best way to describe it. You know, that's really said Paul goes somewhere, but he cannot go that every time. So a rank, I would say, is where we could have fun, we could experiment, but mostly it is you know, you brought up my forward. I've played survivors just to see how they're played, the mindset when playing, such as forward and prospector, so that I could help Schmitty understand it. But I don't think he plays them. I don't think he plays them anymore. So
I think I know why, but
yeah.
I mean, to be fair, the fun part about what you said is you guys go characters you don't like in rank to have fun. I see Schmitty's little girl.
Oh,
and I see who's like prisoner. Like this.
Yeah,
it's
rank all those dumb characters come out.
I see a lucky guy.
That's when I saw Spencer's lucky guy. And then,
Yeah.
Lucky guy meta.
Yeah, because someone told me it was 8, I didn't believe it.
I don't
is that Paul? Oh my gosh.
Believe.
Nah, bro,
Paul is
you gotta
usually
trust.
accurate.
You gotta trust. He you know, book and a gun. Like, what more do you need?
The day Lucky Guy is ever ranked above B tier at most is the day that pigs start flying. Like, I don't care. He's too big of a gamble. And he doesn't even have any passives that give him a buff. I don't think. Besides
well, he can open chests faster. I think that's a pretty big buff.
Yeah.
Okay, and so can 2 other characters.
Well, he's special.
In the
You
head,
can play 4 of them in rank. Because
the
he's not
gun
a real
doesn't last
character.
as long, and you aren't even guaranteed to get it.
Well, for no one it lasts that long except for Cord, so
Yeah,
you can say that
exactly.
for it.
Anyways, another question, backtracking a little bit. Nami asked, what, for the rivals, players specifically, what do you guys think is the biggest factor in determining whether a team slash hunter wins, draw, or loses?
Who's the cutest player?
Who's the greatest? Well, sorry, you sounded a little quiet.
Who's the cutest player?
The
That's what
cu-
determines the winner.
the cutest? He's trolling me. He's trolling
Okay,
me.
no, in
He's
all
trolling me.
seriousness, in all seriousness, it comes to a lot of factors. It starts with drafts, how good the drafts are, how good the other survivors' drafts are. Basically, how big is your hunter pool in order for you to even have drafts, and then your skill with that specific character. And then on top of that, the map. Does the map fit your specific character or not? So for example, if I see an IVL match and they see someone going IV on arms and they say I see like characters that don't counter her, I already know it's a 4K. But and then if it's not a 4K, it's because the hunter messed up or because the survivors played phenomenal to cover for that. And that's how it goes usually. Map, drafts, skill level, how good that person is with the hunter. For example, if DX is playing Anne, or I don't know, some random hunter is playing Anne, then I know DX can get more than just a tie with Anne, but I could know that this person might not be able to even get a tie. So those are the factors. And then obviously your nerves go into execution as well. But those are the factors that usually determine the final winner in an actual match.
Yeah. Hopefully that answers your question, Nami. Another one, again for rivals. Do you guys ever frequently interact with other pro players or COA competitors, or do you play together slash train together sometimes or something?
Ooh. Maybe that's for you.
Yeah, we have good relationships with Japan. The only relations we have with China are the teams that want to recruit Sprinter, and obviously I can't say who or anything about that, but we get information from the teams that want to recruit Sprinter because they're trying to give us info, to get Sprinter. And then Japan. With Japan, yes, we message a lot. It's very hard to scrim Japan because of the ping, but we do try. Any help is great when we scrim them, and then we do have scrims with likes of GH and FT in the Southeast Asia region.
All right.
My fan is so loud. I don't know. Is it still good?
Nah, we can.
You're fine,
We
bro.
can definitely hear it, but it's
Oh,
alright.
okay.
It must be a powerful fan though. That thing must be.
Oh, I'm just
I
lowering
can't
it down
hear
to
it,
like
so-
10. I'm lowering it down to
Bro's
like.
about to blow out the room.
I'm trying, bro.
I know we were chatting about meta earlier, and I think I saw a question similar to this. I think it
Oh,
was
yeah.
mostly directed at Sprinter.
Mhm.
But it was how do we feel about like Dream Witch in the current meta? And I guess like extending that to Sprinter
Oh.
specifically as like the Dream Witch player. Where does the Dream Witch, I guess, love come from? Or is it just like a comfort pick after so many years of practice? I'm kind of curious to hear your thoughts on that.
It's definitely a comfort pick, which is definitely very hard, especially in this meta. And I think over time, yes, theory that eventually a hunter's performance will wear out. I think that can be applied to a lot of hunters. The speed of it depends, but I think Witch is a prime example. After all these years, he's been just easier to deal with in general. The meta, especially, and all the new survivors coming out, it does not help her. I guess besides Feral Lady, I think she sucks. But could be wrong. So
That's
I'm
sucks.
glad
Yo,
we're
Spencer,
thinking the
I actually
same.
had a question that was on that tangent. Someone in chat actually asked, would you make a Dream Witch guide?
oh,
I would
I
love to see
could.
if we would that.
I could, and that would be a long one. That would be a long.
Okay.
I think there's a lot of people who would be willing to watch that.
And Schmitty, I have a question for you. So, like, what is your opinion on Puppeteer? Like, could you explain him? Because, like, I've been
Yeah,
using him recently.
Puppeteer's goated.
Oh God.
Could you explain how? Like,
I'm literally the biggest Puppeteer fan. So, Puppeteer is one of those characters where a lot of people will say he's bad because a lot of people are not good with him. If you put Puppeteer,
yo, relax.
Sorry, I'm sorry. Zeus. I'm just sorry. Continue.
yo, I'm sorry. I don't know what I said. Yo, you must have swallowed something.
I'm sorry.
Holy crap! I thought Michael Myers was behind me.
Not because
Anyway.
Zeus doesn't like Puppeteer, but yeah, go ahead.
Puppeteer, in my opinion, is the best kiter in the meta right now.
I can second that, definitely.
He's very high skill because you need someone that knows how to kite in tight areas and around pallets. AK, in my opinion, the best Puppeteer in the server is Leg. Leg is unkillable with Puppeteer. And when we practice or Spencer's chasing Leg, unkillable. But when you give Puppeteer to like Roland, Puppeteer's F, right? So it's very determined on who plays him, but I think Puppeteer has the highest ceiling of any survivor other than the likes of a Harasser. When we're talking specifically kiters, I think Puppeteer has the highest ceiling. Because right now Acrobat in general is the best kiter, but Puppeteer, a good Puppeteer can kite better than a good Acrobat, in my opinion. Just because of the ability of transitioning and just that buying 8 seconds of time 3 times is a hunter can't do anything. So when you put a hunter in a situation where they literally can't do anything but stare at you or hit you, you have the advantage already.
Can I add to that? Like, so also, like, I play him in rank and like I know him pretty well. I noticed that like when I get rescued off of chair, I can take another 2 hits. That's broke.
Exactly.
Like that's another 16 seconds. You know, or well, another free 8 seconds, but yeah.
Wait, you
It's
can
a
take. What do you
free
mean?
tie
Like,
turner.
You
like
can take another hit because you can use your puppet form.
I know, but you
off of
said
chair.
2. So, like, you do the puppet twice because I thought you can't do the puppet.
No, you
after-
do puppet once, and then once
Oh.
that puppet's gone, that
Yeah,
was
he
your
meant
first
2
hit.
hits in total. Yeah, like another 2 hits, not just 1.
Instead of
Yeah.
like farming off of chair, and yeah.
He's a good character, I think.
I think chip hunters can kill him though if they like play well enough.
Yeah, if I'm
Yeah.
allowed to have my coach words, I'll just tell you round 1 he's either picked or banned. Full stop.
Yeah,
every
that is
region.
true.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
I'll never see him in my
At least people who know how to play him, they make him good. If you don't know how to play him, you'll just be at the big disadvantage with him. He'll just basically be throwing.
Yeah. Okay, Aaron, actually, never mind. I can't bring it up. Never mind.
I had a question regarding Puppeteer. Doesn't he kind of like fall into like the same category as Gardner or Mage because of round 1? Because round 1 kind of like is right now is agreed to be like Opera or Ivy, but after that like the topic of Hermit gets brought up, or even Gamekeeper, and I think both of those hunters counter him, right? So like, doesn't he kind of fall in that same category then?
You said
So,
I mean that
counters him?
makes a lot of sense. Right now teams are like, okay, so he's so good against Opera, we're gonna protect him first round, so he's permabanned the rest of the match. And then if he's not picked or banned, second round and third round he is picked based on niche of teams. I agree with you there. With Gamekeeper, however, he can't really do much. If the puppeteer knows what they're doing, Gamekeeper can't kill him. Like for example, Lakeside Walls or Lakeside Shack, puppeteer will work a Gamekeeper if you know what you're doing with your routes, because they can hook you and then you just shrink. If you don't get hooked in an inopportune place, which you can position yourself as a puppeteer not to get hooked in an inopportune place, then you should be able to cut a Gamekeeper. Regarding Hermit, 100%, and that's where it comes to who do I know who I'm playing. If I'm playing CH4, yeah, I'm not bringing out Puppeteer. But if I'm playing really anyone else, I can bring Puppeteer out, because Puppeteer counters almost every other hunter, other than like the likes of Hermit, and then I would say like Bonbon and such.
Yeah, and you really have to be prepared for him to be banned anyways, because if he is good, usually he's banned, so you don't get him anyways.
One question that I kind of had is, because the mention of Chip Hunters countering Puppeteer is, if he is to dominate the Survivor meta, would that be a chance for Chip Hunters to make a play back into the meta?
For Puppeteer, no, there's just one character. At least that's my opinion.
I mean, in this meta of best of 3, it's hard, because they're only... I mean, Sangria and Ivy just overwhelm the meta right now, so you play both of them, and then third round comes. Well, are you going to pick a Chip Hunter, or are you going to pick, like, an Ann, or a Gamekeeper, right?
I feel like it would just be Hermit at that point.
Yeah, and Hermit with
Hermit's
the likes
been banned
of
a decent amount too.
Yeah, Hermit is banned, but now you get third round. If you're a Hermit main, I can just bring Doctor, and that will nullify everything you have. And that's after Ada and Barmaid are both banned. So if I bring Doctor in likes of a Hermit, and then I bring 3 other characters who are strong versus everyone else, and you go Ann versus a comp with a Doctor because there's a Doctor, they should still be able to tie pretty easily, even though there's a Doctor. So specifically right now, it's very hard for hunters to be good in this meta other than like the top 4 hunters. And it's kind of sad to see. We need adjustments. But yeah, like Bonbon, we don't see Wheel, but Zom, we don't see Clown. You know, we need to see more of these hunters, but no, yeah.
Smitty, who would you say are top 4? Oh, sorry.
I just said there's a clear separation between the top dogs and then everyone else that's still viable, and then everyone else that's not even viable.
Schmitty, who would you say are the top 4 hunters?
I'll let Spencer answer that.
Oh, okay. Also, check your DM.
Top 4 hunters? Yes, tournament wise. Definitely Sangria Ivy. I mean, these next 2 they might be niche, you know, with their maps and the comps, but Hunter definitely. And in Gamekeeper, despite nerfs, mainly game got nerfed. I think Ann got buffed recently, but those 2 are very good.
She's been doing so good with Warp.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Also Warp.
And Wax is sneaking up too, with Warp.
Yeah, you can't rotate him hard anymore.
He watched Spencer's matches. He makes Warp look like child's play, and he just like.
That's serious. He can just block off a Cypher, bro.
It's very hard. Why would I go Bonbon and Sculptor as Chip when I have Ann and Wax Warp? It's very hard in this meta.
Yeah, Warp is very strong. Like survivors can't really deal with it. Like teleport, you got punished because you can't go back. Blink, that's a long cooldown and you can only use into chase. But Warp is very versatile, is very strong. And now you have to adapt to it.
I can't tell you the amount of times that the Warp spawned right next to me. Hunters who can I'm still getting used to the sensitivity of it, so.
Yeah, some hunters can warp instantly and swing spot on. Like I've seen it before. I've done it a few times, but it takes practice.
Yeah, it's terrifying. Zeus, I think you were gonna say something. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was just gonna say that like on the topic of warp, I was like, how do you guys feel with warp low key replacing blink bit by bit? Because a lot of the times now what they've been doing, aside from like hard, even like with characters like Ivy and Opera, for example, where we're starting to see like warp variations of them, where they're
Great.
starting to use warp as I guess a faster blink, assuming they play warp really aggressively, where they get their first hit, warp comes up, they warp as close as they can to survivor, and if they do it properly, they get the hit, and the down becomes faster than if they brought blink. But if they
Do they bring trump cards still?
occasionally,
Sometimes.
sometimes
Yeah.
they do, but
It's been pretty 50-50 whether it's like confined or insolent. It really depends on the character. I've seen confined attention operas a lot in IJL.
because I'm personally like warp becoming as used as it is, it's gonna be quite the nuisance to deal with.
What about Warp Clerk?
All right.
Clerk sucks.
That's my
Okay,
point.
okay. We're not talking about Warp Clerk.
Well, I think Pro has a lot to say on
Alright.
Warp Clerk.
No. Especially just talk about Warp. Forget like Clerk exists. That's another chapter.
I mean, warp will definitely be experimented with. You will see it everywhere. You see it played. The hunter won't even matter. It will be tested. It's a very versatile, like in between blink and teleport. It's very versatile. It's probably, I think that's the trait with the most like skill gap.
Versatility? Oh. Yeah. Also, Sprinter, I had a question like on the topic of warp. Have you ever like used clown and ranked in warp and like tried to like pass through it? Because
clown.
I once like
warp.
I once went into wheel form and tried to warp like a genius and it didn't work out.
It doesn't work with the dash.
No, never.
It doesn't work with the dash, okay?
I would have never thought of that.
Yeah, because I went into wheel form and I'm like, wait, why didn't I go through the portal? Like,
Yeah, I don't think
that's not how it works.
No, I think you can only walk through it. Not like even if you swing through it, it'll wait until after you're done with the enemy.
Yeah, pretty much.
We have a question over here from Guard asking, could you tell us more information about the sponsor / rebranding specifically? Any more differences or obligations from the organization?
Ooh, that's a really good question.
Specifically, it helps NA get IBS, hopefully. That's a big plus. But regarding the team, we have a lot of things in the works. We have merch coming. We have to do stream more. So you're going to see us streaming a lot more. We have to interact with other teams more. We're trying to reach out to other teams, NAEU, Southeast Asia, Japan, China, just to become friends with them. Make connections in some sort. Yeah, and we have a big thing after IBT for NAEU that we can't announce again, but it'll help the community a lot, and it'll be very fun for the community. It'll kind of revive, hopefully, the competitive scene of NAEU a little more so than it is right now.
Gee, thank you. Any other questions? Anyone else? Let me just do some back scrolling.
My bad.
Yeah, you're bad.
Right.
Okay, Jam, it was you two. Don't play.
No.
Somebody asked what your first tournament experience was like, and I'm pretty sure that's directed towards the rival members.
I think Schmitty participated in the first ever tournament, so maybe I should take words on this one first.
First ever tournament NAEU I played in.
Yep.
I was with Yomama, Hokage, Exilio.
Legendary
and we
people.
played Dead's Clown. Best clown in the world, in my opinion. Got worked on Moonlit. Blue Race Car was also on our team. Blue Race Car, I think, is probably top 3-4 hunter all-time NAU. It was very fun. My first ever competitive IDV thing. It was a very fun experience, and that's what laid out the path for NAU competitive. So that was very fun, even though we got worked by Dead's Clown.
Yeah. Back then, the hunters picked the map, which means every hunter just picked the map where, survivors sucked, which was Moonlit. So, yeah, so.
Crazy how
survivors-
times change.
My first tournament experience for me, I have no idea what was the first one for me, but I believe it was with Astra, and my first tournament experience basically taught me that I need better ping, and that's why I also became a coach, because I'm too good for my ping. So I just became a coach.
I guess.
What about you, Spencer? Have you played before you? Yeah, I never did really ask you that.
Yeah, we played him in one.
I think my first ever tournament was against Schmitty.
What the?
Oh wow.
Wait, actually,
Yeah, it was against
Yeah.
Schmitty.
We beat his
I
way to the
recall
next side.
working him. I recall working.
Bro said I recall working him.
Where's
Oh,
the
that's
VOD?
crazy.
Where's the
It was-
VOD? Where's the VOD?
What team was it, Sprints? What was your team called? It was, dude. It was
And who
Moomoo's
on your
team.
team?
Moo.
Oh,
Yeah.
Potatoes?
oh wow.
Damn, Muumu's a throwback.
No, it wasn't potatoes.
Oh my god.
Oh, the potatoes. Oh,
Potatoes. Oh wow.
Printer was on potatoes. That's crazy. I never knew that.
No, it wasn't, apparently.
No, it was before this. Before
That
potato.
was before they were
I forgot what
officially
your-
potatoes.
What was your name? Oh my gosh, this was when LBM was a thing. Oh my
This one-
gosh.
LBM. Oh.
That was like
cool,
like-
Spider or meta.
Yeah, back when LBM was, Williams Hunter was rolling too. What, Schmitty, do we just have a thing that you always end up getting the other team's hunter? I mean, you got Spencer and then we got Roland.
If you can't beat them, join them.
I mean, you're right.
We had trouble beating Sprinter. I got him. We had trouble beating Rowan. I got him.
Bro said I'll just take my competition and make them join me.
Yeah, there's
your
no
friends
competition if I
close.
take them.
Right?
Keep your friends close, but enemies closer.
My master plan. Ling's
Oh.
next.
He truly might be Eisen. He just might be Eisen.
Isaac. Oh my.
Bleach reference.
Yup. Oh my god, Aaron knows about Bleach? No way.
Yeah, I'm just helping out my fellow non-anime watchers out there.
Thank you. Oh wow, this is actually a popular. How did you guys get into the competitive scene? Like aside from like what, I guess more specifically, what brought interest into playing competitive when you first started playing IDV?
I guess I'll go. I've always been competitive. I played baseball up until I became semi-pro in COD. I played for Cloud9, and then after that, I became semi-pro in Fortnite. Won a couple
Whoa.
tournaments.
No, because Eugene's gonna hear that.
No. We gotta play
Sorry.
Fortnite sometime.
And then my sister dared me. She was playing this game. I bet you can't get first on leaderboard. I got first on leaderboard. Got into a tournament with the tournament I was just talking about with Persuade and all them. And then I got my sister the invitation to Koa. And I was like, okay, in order to go to Koa, I have to give up Fortnite. And I don't know if that's the best decision looking back at it, but I'm happy where I am now. But I was able to go to Koa, China. That's an experience. So that was fun. So that's how I got into competitive.
So we said we used to play Fortnite, right?
Oh my god, he
Oh
didn't
my
join the
God.
VC.
Oh
He
my
really
God.
joined.
Oh my
Great
God.
that, bro.
Oh wow, he really joined the
That's
VC.
crazy.
He joined the VC the
Bro,
second he
He
mentioned
joined just to
Fort.
say that,
I
bro.
was summoned,
Leave,
bro.
leave. You said you couldn't come tonight. Leave. Get out.
Yeah,
Did you
because
hear
I'm
the
watching.
leaks about
watching you in the
Sora
back.
coming to
Oh
Fortnite?
my god, bro.
Sora Kingdom Hearts is coming to Fortnite.
I might need a new team. I don't know anymore.
We should have a night where we just play Fortnite.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ, the brain rot.
Anyways, back on track. I guess
Yeah.
I'll go next. You could just say I'm a person who always wants to be the best at what he does. So before I was even in this game, I was playing another game, which I also became like one of its like best players in the server, like basically one of the top dogs, with my own guild, etc., etc., etc. I quit that for college for like a year or two while I was getting shit figured out, and then I wanted like a new game to have some fun with, and that's when I discovered IDV, and boy was hooked. Boy wanted to be the best survivor in the game, even though his ping sucked. He played with two phones. He charges one, when the other dies, he plays with the other, etc. And that's also the time I used to watch Perceivable play. I'm like, yo, I need to get good as good as this player. I need to be climbing those lizard players, you got me? And that's just how I became a competitive player.
The two phones thing is so real because I do that too.
It's a magic trick.
Yeah, it works wonders. It works wonders. One device is dying. Don't worry, I got another one.
Yep, I've got my backup right here.
Uh-huh. Oh wow.
How about you, Spencer, I guess?
Yeah, not a sprinter.
Edited. I found the game through Persuade's videos, like just random, just a few.
Oh,
And
that's funny.
I got addicted to it because I used to play a lot of Dead by Daylight, and I loved it. So,
Wait, really? I've
Yeah.
known this guy for 3 years, and they never knew
Dead
he
by
played Dead by Daylight.
Dead by Daylight, huh?
yeah,
Oh,
like
interesting.
like 6 years ago. So, yeah, I liked the 1v4 concept. Over time, I wasn't as addicted to it, but I just stumbled on competitive. I was like, why not do this while I'm in school? To be honest, I forgot what happened before Schmitty, like before he got me on his team. But all I know is Schmitty dragged me onto his team. I was like, okay, why not?
Pulled you by the ear, said, "All right, come with me."
I was on my knees. I was literally on my knees begging him.
I was like, why
I
not?
was on my knees. I was like, nah, don't stay on that trash team. Come here.
Like, come on. You can do great things.
Yeah,
Grass is greener on my side. Come on.
that's how I started.
Looked at him like a Sith Lord joined the dark side.
How about everyone else?
Okay. Someone asked, do the members of Rivals play Wuthering Waves?
Oh my.
My
What do you mean
God.
someone? You mean you?
No,
You,
swear to God,
Zeus?
swear to God, swear
No.
on
I saw
everything.
somebody say it. I saw someone say it.
Is that Zeus's alt? No, it's Zeus's
On my
alt. I trust that
Tims,
Zeus's
on
alt.
my Tims.
On your Tims?
I reached Union level 40 yesterday.
Crazy.
Pro, you don't know what Tims are?
Okay.
No.
Well, I'll just assume that the answer is no for the three of you, and move
Not
on.
the Timbos.
Nope.
Yep.
I mean, Zeus, you make videos on it. That's like a gacha game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've played like Genshin before. That's what it looked like.
I'll give you my UID right now.
It's better.
But no, none of us play it. I'm pretty sure. None of us.
Okay, I can change that. I can conform. No, me stop.
Alright, but is any
All right. How much money we talking?
So I'm thinking I'll give you each 25 cents.
One echo.
How does that sound?
One echo. You got one
Yeah.
echo.
One echo is crazy.
You can get coordinator. Buy her
Yeah.
one echo.
One fragment.
One fragment.
Honestly, I feel like y'all should just play League. To be honest.
All right, now
Malcolm, be quiet.
Anyways,
Listen,
so
League is a good game.
on to the
It's a
next
smooth
question,
brain
right?
game.
Cassiopeia asks, do y'all have any tips for aspiring tournament players?
You
I
gotta
think
find
everyone has something to add to that. I think.
Yeah, but I think our guest, it only makes sense for our guest to speak first, after all.
I'll let the captain speak first, or else I'm getting fired.
I mean, I love this question. I get DM'd this probably every day. Yeah. So the first thing you have to do, and it sounds corny, you have to truly believe you can do it. Again, we're just humans like everyone else, and the only reason we stay on top is because this is a big thing, by the way. First of all, rank high, get to high ranks, and if you get to a peak tier, if you get to Titan, you will get on a team. I promise you. That's first and foremost. Second of all, if you do create a team or end up on a team, treat it like a family. You see top teams. Who are the two best teams in NAE right now? It's our team and Siege 4. Why? We've been a team for our team has been 5 years, their team's been 4 years. There's a reason we're the two best teams in NAU. I won't name other teams that are top Fusion that keep breaking up and trying to get the best players in rank and trying to do this and trying to do that. It won't work. So find your friends and find competitive players. But if you aren't starting a team and you want to just get recruited and make your name, get to the top tiers. NAEU isn't very big. So if a new name is brought up into the top tiers, you'll be recognized. And the way to do that is just put your head down and say you can do it. You can get to the top tiers, and lo and behold, you'll be getting asked to join rivals soon. That's how it'll work. If I see a new name in the top 500, if I see a new name in the top 5 survivor, I will ask around. I will ask who that is. Who is this? So, just put the time and the effort, and you can do it. Don't think you can't. The way to get better is just practice routes, practice 1v1s. The best way to improve, in my opinion, is 1v1s. So go into get the best hunter you know and practice versus them 2 hours a day, and you'll get there. I promise you. And if you do get to the top of the leaderboards, I promise you'll get onto a top 5 team in NAU. With how NAU likes to switch around players, you'll be able to play. I promise.
That's how GSL found me. They picked me up off the streets. I was a lonely hunter main, and then they took me in under their wing. Sorry.
That's very realistic. I don't think I have anything to add to what Schmitty said. He just literally just gave you a blueprint. Everything to do.
He laid out everything. But I will emphasize the family aspect, or just playing the game and being around people you like, because I would say that boosts every other factor. Being around people you like
Sure.
will improve that discipline, that motivation, to learn to get better and to have chemistry with your teammates. I think that's the most important thing.
Can I second that?
Has a lot to do with it. Go ahead, Jam.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I can second that. Like, with everything Schmitty said, I'm basically like a product of everything he said. Like, I played in Koa last year, and it's literally because of him. He taught me how to play Survivor and everything. So, I'm like a prime example of like to not give up and like keep going. Just play on the leaderboards and like have fun. Try to have fun, and you will be on a good team one day.
I don't think a high tier team would work out if the teammates don't have good synergy with each other. It feels like they would end up ganging up on each other rather than working together as a team. That just comes from my
Fusion.
experience.
Damn.
Wow, we're handles.
Oh, my bad.
I just think Schmitty has a cold. That's all.
Yeah. He's just coughing, bro. Like,
I didn't think Schmitty was the messy type.
What do you mean messy? He didn't say anything. He didn't say anything. He's just sick, bro. It was a cough, right? Like.
Yeah, it
flu
was a
season.
cough, but just like if you like don't get along with your teammates, and all of y'all are always bickering, and there's no real synergy when practicing. Because like I know when GSL is practicing, like we're always making fun of each other and like having fun while we're practicing, which has helped us get better. And I feel like if we weren't doing that, and if we were just quiet and restrictive to what we were saying, like it would limit how we perform. Because once you get to know somebody, you get to know their play style, so then you just know what they're going to do, and that can help a lot when it comes to competitive, because you know what someone's going to do if you know them well.
Right. And to add to it, like say like in GSO practice, say if a survivor would make a mistake, they wouldn't get upset or anything. They would laugh about it, probably even pick fun at it, and just correct it from then on there, because it's not that serious. It's practice.
Except if you're me, where even if you do something good, you'll still get called bad.
Yes.
I don't think I've ever seen him. He's never made a single good play. I don't think I've ever seen a good play.
What?
Has thrown all my rank matches, all my practice matches.
What?
I mean, fun fact, that's exactly Schmidt in practice. If he doesn't play Cypher Kite, we just like, so I need to do it for Cypher Kite.
Oh my god. They'll get at me for not popping. They'll pop. I'll pop a cipher like, if I'm playing like Office or something, I'll pop a cipher maybe like 90 seconds into the match. They'll be like, "Oh, why didn't you pop it at 85?"
No. Hold on a second, Zeus. Because I will decode a cipher, and Shmi and Aaron speak on this if you want.
Why didn't you pop it at 85?
Speak on this if you want, you two.
Because like, he doesn't hit calibrations.
I'm gonna decode a cipher.
Suck.
It'll be at like 75%. We go look at Zeus's cipher. He pings, I'm on middle. It's 25%. You tell me
it's dilly-dallying around the map instead of decoding.
You tell me it's a debuff.
Right? Like, I think I get distracted easily. Then there's Zeus. He's just...
It's because he shocks himself every single time there's a calibration to see where the hunter is.
He travels the world in a match. Like, he's on his way to rescue you, but he's got to run like 3 errands, and he has to like go on a business trip before he gets to your chair.
And I still get the rescue before half.
No. Well, sometimes, but other times.
Sometimes.
With a nice terror shock.
12%. Or terror. Or terror.
What terror shock?
You get terror shocked all the time.
You rarely ever terror shock me. Don't play. You rarely ever terror shock me.
You always get terror shocked.
You rarely ever terror shock me. Don't play.
Because I know you be bringing them terror shocks into my rank match.
Wait. It's another one.
Oh.
Or Zeus runs right out of football right before he gets the hunter.
I don't even play forward. I don't even play forward.
It happens so many times.
The amount of times we've made plays surrounding this guy.
I can't even count it on my own fingers.
And he runs out of football.
I don't even play forward.
Right in front of the hunter too.
I don't play forward anymore. I don't play forward.
Hey Zeus, don't stun against this Ivy. It's an Ivy. You can't harass. Tries to harass anyway and gets down. Like, what are you doing?
And he does do that.
Zeus will know the hunter has excitement, and then he goes in anyways.
What?
That was a
bro. Zeus is like a crash dummy, bro.
Basically, not Sprinter. I'm sorry, Schmitty. Can we trade Zeus? Who do you want to trade? Who do you want to trade?
You guys can get Aaron.
I don't think.
Oh my god.
I think we're up.
Bro's gonna go to rival boot camp.
So I didn't consent to being off.
All I'm saying is Aaron with 200 ping might be better than Zeus. All I'm saying.
No. Trust me. Even with 10 ping now, I am completely gone. My survivor skills are absolutely gone. I am washed. I am washed before washed. I am literally. I tried to 1v1 Spencer like a year ago or something. I have never died before I blinked. That game, I died before I blinked.
Was it longer than 19 seconds?
What?
I'm just asking a question. Zeus.
No, it was 22. It was 22, remember? Yeah.
Oh.
The match, I saw the hunter, and then I died. I don't remember anything in between. I just died. So Schmidt is getting a pretty good deal if I'm playing Survivor for you.
Who said that's an unequal trade?
You know what?
You gotta add. Add to make it equal.
$3,000 and a Zeus.
I'm a
Zeus.
I'm a unit now. I'm a unit. I'm a unit now.
I'm not good enough. Add more. This is like a doggy. I need an
3,000.
NFR Zeus plus 3 more NFRs of whatever.
Oh my god. Zeus
my
is
God,
crazy
bro.
though.
You know what?
Add a fishy toy.
All right.
Deal or no deal, Zeus? Like, what's going on? Let me stop.
Well, there's Zoe.
What about Zoe?
Yeah.
His
So
child.
Why is he talking about his dog right
I
now?
guarantee you, if you, nobody here wants a Rainbow Among Us puppet.
anyways,
What?
someone Two Bros yet again with another question says, do you guys get nervous when you guys have to travel for tournaments for Arrival?
Like nervous when traveling?
Yeah.
I mean, you can ask the captain who traveled 5 times now.
More so of like, you're about to arrive and it's like it's Koa season or some shit and you're like, okay, like it's big time.
I'm a big believer in nerves. The more nervous you are, the less confident you are. So, specifically, like going to this Koa, I wasn't that nervous because I was confident we would win. And we did well. The Koas prior, yeah, I was nervous. The biggest nerve is the plane. I hate planes. So that's basically on my mind until I get to Koa. And then once I'm there, the match I was most nervous for this Koa was Scars, but it was because that was the most important match. So that does play a factor. I don't think Spencer gets nervous. That guy's like an iron will.
Yeah, I don't
Steel
think
wall. Like, I've never seen him nervous. Maybe he was nervous for Scars because that was an important match for us. But Survivor's more so than Spencer. I'm sure he'll speak on it, but yeah, we get nervous, but for other reasons, like, am I going to trip when I walk out on stage?
I would.
Am I going to get terror shocked? Like, is the makeup look good? It's not really like, am I confident in the team? Am I nervous that we're going to play bad? No, I'm never nervous we're going to play bad. I'm nervous for the outlying factors.
I just hope you're more likely to get attacked by a shark than get in a plane crash, so don't worry. Maybe it's the other way around, but
yeah, I've read that, but if I'm in the plane that crashes, that statistic doesn't help me.
But you'll survive. Don't worry.
What?
It's because he main Survivor.
Someone
yeah,
quoted
you
Schmitty.
get me. That's the second time.
You'll survive.
Wow.
Is my mess.
That was good.
I'll take word, I guess.
If the plane crashes, just go into Lewis, bro.
Right.
Bro said Lewis is ready for
No,
that
you-
plane crash.
what?
You got those 8 seconds, bro. You got those 8 seconds.
World portal out of the
Just
Bro.
time it. Just time it. Just time it.
Schmitty, if the
I
plane
mean,
is
you can
if the
check
plane
that.
is crashing, just transition to a new plane, bro. I don't know. Like, why are we
That's
looping the
fine.
same
Get
plane?
out, bro.
Just tell us to stop.
Yeah,
Get out of the plane, bro.
Yo,
should-
I'll toy
That's right.
merchant. I'll toy merchant.
You're
just
literally
Yeah, exactly.
what is the plane gonna do?
Somebody did a
Oh.
re-ask saying, Aaron, were you gonna say something?
I was gonna just talk about nerves topic, but go
Oh,
ahead.
yeah, no. Finish what you were saying.
Okay, so before Spencer says anything, I don't think anyone talks about this, but I, as a coach, probably has the biggest nerve of all that don't go away as fast as the players. When the players go in and they play, they are focused on the game itself. Whether I'm with them, so I'm nervous during the drafts and stuff, and then I have to wait for 2 minutes until the stream actually starts. And then I'm like very nervous if my guidance was good, if I help them with everything I can. Some games I made some calls where I shouldn't have. Some games I didn't make calls that I should have. Those like make you even like shakier, I guess. But usually it's round 3, round 2 where I'm focused. So I guess for like a coach, it takes longer for the nerves to go away. But I guess the players like go into it like match, like first match, second match, that should be good. Whereas coach usually takes long.
I will also add, for players, especially when we're on stage. And I guess you guys can relate. Maybe you can relate when we're playing IVT and all that. Just tournaments here at home. The the most nerve-wracking part is when you're doing band pick and picking spawns. When you're doing that, at least for me and our survivors, we're the most nervous. Like, just what's going to happen, anticipating, okay, what's he going to ban? What's he going to go? What spawn's he going to get? When we start loading into the match and you hear that crackling of a glass, you know what I'm talking about when you're transitioning into the game? Like, we instantly become locked. I tell the team, okay, this is it, lock in. And I go over the game plan. And that's when, like, everyone nerves just leave. We are not nervous when the game starts. So we're nervous prior, but once the game is starting, we're just locked. Like, we're in the zone, like nothing can bother us. So that's really how we do it.
Yeah, I was gonna pitch in before Schmitty on Aaron beat me. I used to think. Let me backtrack. What Aaron said about him being more nervous than players, I would have considered that. Oh, I cannot say that. Can I?
No, you can.
And it is true. Like Aaron, he teaches us, he guides us, and then all he can do is hope that there's a result. There's no mental stimulation after that. He's just like praying. With me, I guess this is how I appear. There are nerves for everyone, and I think there are levels, and that mainly reflects on the amount of reps that you have, no matter what it is. I would say China probably has the least amount of nerves, because they play on stage like it's their day job. They get paid. So, most people like me, you get nervous presenting something that school forced you to. If you did it 1,000 times, you'd feel a lot better. That applies to everything. That's pretty much it.
Question. When you guys like make mistakes or whatever on like the big stage or on like IBT, does it like haunt you forever? Because when I play in tournaments and I like make a mistake, it haunts me for a couple of days. Like I could have done something better.
Yes, brother. Yeah. Yes, brother. Does it haunt you forever?
Yeah.
It definitely does. It depends on the severity of the match. For example, I thought I was wrong. Apparently, my team knew this and I didn't. I thought Scars was our last chance. So once that game was over, you can guess my reaction.
The Gravekeeper on Leo's.
Yeah.
No, it was Ann. Ann was the match of that Ann Arms Factory match was Arcoa.
Oh wow.
That was Arcoa. So yeah, that'll haunt him forever. Me personally, I've never messed up in Koa, so I wouldn't know.
Don't jinx yourself.
It'll haunt you, but I mean, if you have a future with the game, it can't haunt you forever. It cannot.
I mean,
You have to overcome it.
I can add to what Spencer said. You can use that as motivation for your improvement as well. Keep sight of where you were and keep sight of where you need to be. And don't forget the frustration of the mess up and use that as fuel. How about you, Schmitty? Because I, as a coach, at least I can never have those. I mean, I can mess up on the big stage at least.
I'm gonna be honest. I get roasted so much by the team. Like for example, Zeus gets so much roasted. It's like all my mistakes just blend in. It's like I'm roasted so bad that it doesn't even faze me. Like my worst, like Chill Eye, that was awful, but I got roasted to end endlessly. So it's like, okay, now it's whatever.
Anytime you make another mistake, they bring up the same thing, and it's like, oh,
Yeah, exactly. Oh,
yeah,
4 years ago, this? Oh,
I'm
shit.
like, oh yeah, wow, yeah,
Zeus.
that was funny. Like that was like,
Zeus, that's literally you. I got terror shocked by an ant one time last year, and you still bring it up.
no,
Like,
I don't. I have not brought
chillax.
that
Yes,
shit
you
up
do.
in so long. You literally just
Yes,
reminded
you
me about
liar.
that just now.
Liar. You're a good liar.
I'm really not. I have the memory of a
Okay, buddy.
goldfish. Like,
Yeah, sure.
Are you
Not when
guys
it
team
comes to my
gaslighters? Hold on now.
Yeah, he's
I mean-
gaslighting.
Actually, our initials don't stand for that. It stands for something else. But
What the
okay,
hell?
okay.
Shut
No,
up.
you shut up. You be quiet.
Care to
Shut up.
explain that?
You
I
get to
actually can't say that on stream.
you get
mean,
to
you
be
could.
quiet. No.
I could,
Anyways,
I could, but it'd be a problem.
Mattis is asking a question actually for both of us, but for both teams. But again, of course, rivals will be answering first as our guests. They're saying, is there a dedicated support main on the teams? I know this isn't a supportive meta, but seeing teams like Weibo, I feel like it's more of a question of play style.
Wouldn't that be Eugene? Like, who's a support character or role?
Oh, that's me. I'm the support character. But
Oh.
what was the question? I was answering DM's.
Just for both sides, like, is there a dedicated player who mains support characters for both rivals and then for us?
Oh, yeah, I guess I'm support. Although, like, the way we kind of, like, years ago, we gave ourselves, like, little jail cells where, like, Zeus was, like, rescuer, harasser, or like, whatever. And then I was, like, strictly support, and then Abby was, like, I guess, kiter, and Eugene was kiter or whatever. But over the years, now that our, like, chemistry is improved, like, and also now that we have, like, Pro, who also joined a little bit later, like, now Pro can, like, do whatever. Pro can do rescue, and then Zeus could play, like, maybe an off pick that, like, suits him. I can't mention it on stream, obviously, but, like, hopefully you understand that, like, I guess I strictly stay kind of towards support. I'm always looking for ways to support, so I'm not gonna, like, deny that. But I guess, like, the roles now kind of, it's a bit of a gray area, but we all kind of, like, know where our center is, where our, like, places, whenever we need to, like, you know, like, have an idea of who's doing what and when.
Whose TV is on?
I was about to say, is there a ritual going on in the back? Someone's casting a spell back there.
No. That's my TV. Sorry.
You were out here enchanting something. Like, you were enchanting something or someone. Like,
How loud is that?
I'm so sorry.
fucking Harry Potter in this bitch.
Like, all of my friends are so used to it. All of my friends are so used to it. So, like, I completely forgot that, like, y'all could hear it. Because, like, everybody I'm on call with always knows it's, like, in the background. My bad.
Just a built-in Sage background noise. All right,
Yeah,
GG's. When I record content, I'm literally just gonna have Sage in the background, just saying they're AFK, and that's gonna be the background music.
Actually, that would probably be, like, a very interesting video because I start talking to myself a lot, okay? Like, I'll start cussing, like, especially when I'm ranking. Like, I cuss at my screen all the time. I'm like, you motherfucker! Or, like, I'm, like, chanting to myself. I'm like, fuck yeah! Like,
wow, that's crazy.
Stupid bozo! Like, that's how I make content fun for me. But, you know, I just think that would be interesting for you.
Damn. Really?
That's crazy.
Absolutely, I agree.
What are these in one ear, out the other responses?
What? What do you mean?
Right. Listen, he don't take anything I say seriously.
What do you mean? I was paying attention. I was engaging.
No, that's what he does. He lets me rant, and then he's like, and I just keep talking, and he just pretends that he's listening.
Well, isn't that exactly what you wanted? Someone to listen to? Someone to listen to you?
I got people who listen to me. I also just like talking, so it's usually just myself.
Talking to witches, apparently, judging by the incantation happening back there.
It's literally Curtis Connor. Okay, leave him alone. I'm
I thought
watching.
it was like
he's
Backrooms
reacting to a Christmas video.
OST.
Right.
I'll answer the question before.
Yeah.
Before asking my own question to Zeez in a second. When it comes to support meta is dead. That's it. That's all I have to say. Support
So
meta
is
is
it like
dead.
only Kiter then?
Individual kite cipher rush.
Yup.
Yes, pretty much. Right now, that's how it stands.
Wait, so with that being said, Aaron, what would you say killed off the support meta?
You don't know which hunter you're going against. There's too many good options that can get more than just a tie, which means you can pick the support that can also counter the hunter, which means that your support can just be easy food for the hunter. For example, you could go Prospector, but Prospector might be countered by BQ or something. Oh, well, not BQ specifically, other characters. You don't necessarily know that you can survive if you play that specific support. And if you are playing a support where you are risking, death in like 20-30 seconds, then you're kind of throwing the game. Plus, there's so many good kiters against everything that just reward good skill and good routes that just like, what do you need support to begin with? If not, just using it when, you like it for some other reason. So, support is dead, and China and Japan make it very obvious it's Cypher Rush meta right now. Just kite, stay away from me, and let me do the ciphers, please. That's pretty much it. Before we move on to the next question, I guess, I wanted to hear, how did Zeez come to the game? Because that was the question and he didn't answer that. How did Zeez discover this game and how did he
get infected by it?
Yes.
Oh. Well, I don't feel like it's as exciting as everybody else's because a lot of people here have played since the beta or day one. I just found out about it through the Danganronpa V3 crossover since I was a Danganronpa fan. And I also really liked the art style since it reminded me a lot of Coraline, which is one of my favorite movies. And I'd never played Dead by Daylight before, but I remember I was streaming my very first experience with the game, and I didn't really have too many viewers because it was on a different channel. But there were just like a few people in there that were teaching me all the like things about Identity 5, and it's very different how it was in the past. But I guess I just got really into the gameplay because I like spooky games. And when I first started, I was really bad. I could not let go of Doctor because I felt like I would throw if I couldn't heal myself. I was so bad that I thought I had to decode Lawyer's map before using it. That's how bad I was. So yeah, it was just like the scary aspect also really got me into it. But as I played more, I started watching tournaments, and then that was what I think really hooked me onto the game because tournaments were so exciting to watch. And it's so funny how where I am now, it's like I get to chat with a lot of you. It's like I knew of all of you from so long ago before like my channel even existed in the Identity 5 communities. It's pretty interesting to think about like that because I was like, oh, it's B4U. I know these guys or other content creators and whatnot. It's interesting to think about.
Do you want to go first?
No, go ahead.
Okay, sorry. The newbie thing, I just remember one of my very first few matches, I would run past the open exit gate because I didn't know what it was supposed to do. So I literally would extend the matches by 5 minutes with a bot hunter running behind me because I didn't know I was supposed to go through the gate.
Oh my.
That's funny.
That's actually hilarious.
Did you ever end up getting out?
Yes, or else I wouldn't be here today.
Nah, they're still in that match to this day.
Yeah, exactly. I'm still running around.
Question for the Rivals players, and you, of course, Aaron. What do you guys think about the current state of the IDV fandom?
I don't think that they.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
They're not gonna dip their toes into the fandom.
That's a little.
They play competitive, you know.
I'm not really sure how to answer that. I'm gonna be honest.
The IDV fandom is a fandom. That's That's an answer.
I say in shambles, especially TikTok. Especially TikTok.
And I guess to continue what I was saying earlier, you see, since you're not a professional player, it doesn't really mean anything to ask you like how did you become a competitive player, but rather the question would be how or when did you decide to become a YouTuber for Identity 5? That's probably a good question.
Oh, well, that's a hard one. I've been doing YouTube for a long time, just in general, around 5, almost 6 years now. But Identity 5 caught my eye, like I said, from the Danganronpa V3 crossover around 10 months ago. And I just did it on like my standard regular gaming channel for a bit. And what happens on YouTube is unless you devote yourself to a specific niche, you're never going to stand out unless you are extremely unique in the content that you create. So I have too many channels. I have like 9 channels. This one is my current most active one, but I created a new Identity 5 channel since I just fell in love with the game. And when you create a YouTube channel centered around, especially in the gaming sphere, around a single game, it will perform well. Because if I started, let's say, I was talking with Schmitty about Pokemon earlier. We were exchanging Pokemon, what our favorite Pokemon were and whatnot. If I started uploading Pokemon content on my Identity 5 channel, that's going to tank my views by 90%. So I guess it just comes from a place of passion, mainly because I was very passionate about the game. So I decided to dedicate an entire channel to it. And since there isn't much competition, and since I had a lot of experience doing YouTube, I think that, along with doing daily videos, is what made people gravitate towards my channel a little bit.
I really said there was no competition.
Yeah, there's not as many YouTubers or on the NEU community, so
I mean, yeah, there isn't anyone willing to put as much effort.
I also just think titles and thumbnails are incredibly important, and of the top creators in this in the community, there aren't many creators that have good titles or thumbnails, which is why I think YouTubers like Black Phoenix and Duco, they have really, really good thumbnails, so their videos stand out a lot. There's really, really good content in this community, but people just don't know how to present it in a way. I think actually Malcolm had the same idea when it came to creating guides for GSL in the past. It kind of sucks, but presentability is what's extremely important when it comes to content creation. You can have an amazing video that has lots of really good content, but if it's presented terribly with a horrible thumbnail, title, or mediocre editing, people will not watch it.
That's so true.
Sad reality.
And that's why everyone watches you.
Yeah, Zeez also doesn't have fisheye bonbon thumbnails.
Don't even get me started.
×3, by the way, ×3.
Yep.
Ay. Beep boop, beep boop, beep boop, beep. Trying to break the silence.
I got perfect sound for that.
Oh, a question, I guess.
All right, so if we're wrapping it up, I don't care if we're not wrapping it up right now. I hope you got your soundboard on.
What?
Hit the like button, make sure to subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos.
Ow!
Well, then I guess one final question, I guess, again from Koga is just, have you guys ever had burnouts, so the ones where you felt like you can't continue playing this game or it's not worth to? If so, how did you overcome it?
I mean, I guess that happens every year, huh? I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, Smitty, but we all need a break every year. That's usually after Koa.
Yeah.
I mean,
burnout's a real thing.
If Zeez is okay, I'm sorry.
I mean, Koa is a tournament you'll go all out for. After that, it gets all of us. For that,
Yo, Sprinter, there's a
Uh,
question for you in chat. They said, do you think Soul Weaver's buff will help return to the meta?
oh, Spider?
Yes, sir.
think it'll definitely bring her back for niche scenarios. I don't think it was a big enough a buff for her to be played everywhere, such as Ivy. But she'll definitely be played. I can see her being played.
Yeah. Well then, I guess with that being said, I guess we will wrap up the podcast here. So
Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe and stay tuned for more videos.
yeah, and make
Please,
sure you
no. That's really loud for me. I don't know why, but me specifically, that is really loud for.
I'm so
Ow.
sorry.
Oh, I have soundboard turned off,
That's
so
why
like
everyone
that.
was asking if Zeez was okay.
Oh,
Yeah, because like I have soundboard turned off, so I couldn't hear anything.
okay. It was really loud.
Yeah. So we're
Sorry,
gonna
I
remove.
just gave
We're gonna remove Sage's soundboard privileges. Good to know. And second, yeah, make sure you guys check out Schmitty. Make sure you check out Sprinter. Make sure you check out Z. Check them out, Aaron, etc. on their respective platforms. And a huge thank you for the four of you for coming out today. It really does mean a lot.
It is our pleasure.
Oh, no. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye, chat.
Pleasure is ours.
We will see you all in the next podcast. Bye bye.
Or will we?
Bye.
Bye, chat.